Right, okay, welcome back to another video channel. Today I've got my match reaction to Chelsea 2, Newcastle 1 in the Premier League at Stamford Bridge on Sunday. So yeah, let's get into it. I mean, look, it got scrappy, especially towards the end, but we got the 3 points, and that's what mattered the most. I mean, let's not beat around the bush. That's a massive 3 points to win that game. And I'm so happy about it. I mean, plus that's now 5 points between us and Newcastle. And yes, it's early days and both teams can be hard to read, but I do think that's really important. And I think, going today, what I care about was just getting the result, no matter how we got it, as long as we got the 3 points against these lot. And that's what we managed to do, so, we take it. And as I said, it did get a bit scrappy towards the end of the game. Towards the end of the second half as well, I think, Newcastle put a bit of pressure on us. We saw, Fafana made a block, Reece James made a few blocks and cleared one over our crossbar late on. And, I mean, look, the amount of space they were getting on late on especially was ridiculous. I mean, when you're trying to protect the lead, giving them that much space and opportunity, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, was it literally one of the last touches? It was them coming into our box with, solo system of space. It was absolutely ridiculous. And it didn't help that Simon Hooper just refused to blow the bloody whistle. I mean, we played, what, was it a minute and a half or something like that? After the minimum added time allocation, whatever you want to say, whatever you want to call it. And I said what space then what Newcastle had late on. I mean, you look at the goal; it's dodgy defending, isn't it? I mean, people talking about the offsides. There's two calls in there. I think Isaac and Hall. It looked like they might have both been kept onside by two trailing boots, but we never actually saw the VAR line, so it's weird. But it looks like they might have both just been on, but I don't actually see the lines drawn, so it's hard to say. But I mean, it got given, so you'd presume so, and you'd hope so at least. But for me, I mean, the main focus for me is look how they've got two players out wide in Barnes and then Hall on our right hand side. So Hall overlaps and crosses it in. Then there's Joe Linton, who made a run towards the front post area of the space, and then Reece James at the back post is Isaac, when two others behind him. I mean, that's three players to Reece James by himself at the back post. Everyone else has been dragged on by Barnes, Hall, and Joe Linton. I mean, it's not one player's fault, in my opinion. I think it's a dodgy setup, and I think man tracking as well. I mean, we've seen man tracking. We saw it at Anfield, Curtis Jones. It's something we talked about a lot last year in the Poch as well. It's been a problem, whether it's midfield runners or whatever. That has been a problem for us, and it's clearly a problem there because, Reece James the back post, he has three players to himself. Three players. I mean, yes, he can say, and probably should say, to Colville to come cover Isaac, but he's still got two others to himself. I mean, let's not forget that, and also the overlap, whatever. I mean, it was all a bit too easy from there. We shouldn't really be that vulnerable in that position. We had a lot of players back as well. Obviously, the two CDMs are back. Neto was somewhere in the mix. We have all these players back. Madueke was jogging back. All these players back, and yet somehow they've all still found, all the Newcastle players managed to get themselves in three areas by themselves. So I think bad setup there for the goal defensively. Not one player's fault, I say. I think as a team, it wasn't good. And we'll get the last negative of the game out the way for me. Get it over and done with. And for me, as a reffing, I mean, not even a thing on us really, but it's going to be another £75,000 fine for us for a third time this season. I think it is. Because we've got over 6 yellow cards in one game. But I mean, the refereeing at times, and I think there would be a few Newcastle fans who complain about the refereeing as well, because I don't think, I thought mostly we got hard done by, but there's a few calls that Newcastle would argue that, he could have done differently. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I can think of some Chelsea ones, so we'll go through them. Fafana, you got booked, but then Bruno Guimaraes did the exact same thing. It wasn't even given as a foul, let alone a booking. What is embarrassing refereeing. There was multiple cases of players getting dragged, and it differed. If a player's getting dragged by their arm, as we'll get into a sec, will happen multiple times. Surely you give the same thing, the same decision every time. So Madueke pulled by his arm by Dan Burn, wasn't given at all. But Harvey Barnes had his arm pulled, and of course that was given as a free kick in the second half. Obviously as well, Nkunku and Dan Burn again was given originally, but VAR got Hooper to overturn it. And for me, I don't see how it's a clear and obvious error. I mean, I'm pretty look, for me, how is that a clear and obvious error? What have VAR seen to say, he's got that so clearly wrong? I mean, this is what I'm saying. They're just so inconsistent. I mean, they're inconsistent. I say Hooper. I mean, there you go. There's two examples of clear inconsistency from Simon Hooper. Finally booked, Bruno Guimaraes not, and Madueke not given a foul, but Harvey Barnes is. And it infuriates me. It's just frustrating to even talk about. How you can be so inconsistent. I've given you. There's four instances there. Two of them similar, and the other two similar. How has he came up with different? How's he given different things for each one? It doesn't make any sense. And there's absolutely no accountability hold from the refs for what they do. They just get away with it, on to next week. I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. It's rubbish refereeing from Simon Hooper. I mean, what a surprise. He's done it before, any just absolute rubbish refereeing, yet again. I mean, Maresca booked. What did Maresca get booked for? I mean, Maresca's done absolutely nothing wrong there. He's not said anything to any of the officials. He's stayed in his technical box. What's he been booked for? It's absolutely ridiculous. I mean, I'm pretty sure Dan Burn again. He won a free kick for him and one of our players both grabbing and both doing the same thing to each other at the back post. There was Neto and Livramento shoulder to shoulder given a foul. I mean, the referee in the game was no short of absolutely poor from Simon Hooper. Really bad performance from Simon Hooper again. And away from the negatives, I want to get out the negatives to say it's what I'm really happy about. And I think one of the big positives was that, apart from the win, there was some really nice passages of play. I thought from about minute 10 to 30, the football we were playing was actually some of the nicest football I've seen us playing in a long time. Like, seriously, it was really nice to watch. I think after both goals, you could sort of see us possibly putting another one in and just, seeing off the game. But obviously that didn't happen. And we didn't actually create many clear-cut chances, in all fairness. I mean, there's a few shots outside of the box. Neto had that head of the back post. He did well and he was unlucky not to score. And yeah, I mean, that was pretty much it, weren't it, for chances. But some segments of that game, I was really excited to watch us play. They looked like they were flowing with confidence and they did look dangerous. I mean, look at that goal. That goal was beautiful. Absolute beautiful goal. I mean, fantastic pass from Palmer. I mean, Jamie Carroll called it one of the best passes he's ever seen all time. Alan Smith said it was one of the best passes he's... Honestly, that pass from Cole Palmer is nothing short of a world-class pass. Absolutely unbelievable. Brilliant from Neto, uses his pace, gets away from Fabian Schär and Dan Burn, I think it was as well. Puts in a picture-perfect cross for Jackson, who's once again his finish is perfect. I mean, look, perfect Palmer pass, perfect Neto run, perfect Neto cross, perfect Jackson finish. You can't complain with that. Absolutely beautiful goal. Yeah, I mean, you cannot pick a hole in that goal. It was an absolutely beautiful goal from start to finish, as I said. Really nice work, team goal from them three. Yeah, I mean, with the way we were playing, you could see us putting a few more of them away. Or creating a few more of them chances, because we were just playing some really nice football. And that was pretty much everyone involved in that as well. So we get into the match ratings then. Robert Sanchez, I'm going to have to give him 4.5. I mean, he didn't really make any saves. He didn't really have anything to do, save-wise, but his distribution was rubbish, to be quite frankly honest. I mean, I'm presuming he has been told to play it long. I'm presuming it's not just his decision. I think this is probably a tactical thing. But, I mean, he must have lost it about 5 or 6 times just smashing it long, and every time it rather went straight back to them or outplay. Poor distribution. I don't think he played one pass to one of our players. I mean, generally, Dan Robert Sanchez's distribution was absolutely poor. I mean, especially, late on when we're trying to just hang on to the ball. Newcastle constantly pushing us, they're pressing us, they're getting chances. Just hang on to the ball. But yeah, he just keeps on lumbering it up and losing it. I mean, yeah, honestly, the distribution, I don't know what it was, but Sanchez's passing the other day was atrocious. Absolutely dreadful. I mean, the part of it, he didn't really put much on. I guess, obviously, Isak had that chance where he got through past Fafana, and Sanchez just came swinging out like it's nothing. Once again, rash decision making and not looking comfortable, coming off his line yet again, like we've seen a few times in the last few weeks. So, yeah, not a good day at the office for Sanchez, despite, not making any major errors, and obviously us getting the win. So, yeah, 4.5. Gusto, 6.5. I think first half, Gusto looked really good. He was linking the attack together really nicely first half, getting involved. Second half wasn't as good. but nothing too bad. So yeah, 6.5 for me. Wesley Fafana, 6.5. No idea how he made it through the whole game. Obviously, he got that knee injury early on, just after, literally just after that booking. I mean, I wasn't totally against it at the time, but seeing what Bruno got away with, I thought he should then get away with it as well, of course, but whatever. Yeah, once again, overall, he was alright today. Oh, yes, that's 6.5. Yeah, decent. Did his job. Same with Levy Colwill. Reece James, nice to have him back at the bridge. And once again, I'm surprised he played 90 minutes. You thought they were rested, but no. Played the whole game, played really well. 7.5 for me, Reece James. Played the majority game at left back as well. And looked good. He looked really good. So 7.5, made a few massive blocks, clearance off the line. He looked really solid, Reece James. He looked really good. So yeah, 7.5 Reece James. Also, we saw a bit of attacking, in that really nice pass play I mentioned early on. It was nice to see him getting forward a bit and linking up with Palmer as well. So yeah, 7.5 for Reece James for me. Moises Caicedo, 7.5. Another really good performance from Caicedo. I mean, he's going under the radar, I think, in our fan base and the Premier League overall. But he's playing well. He is playing really well, Caicedo. So 7.5. And what's going to Lather as well, 7.5 for him. Really good. He got the assist of Palmer's goal. Good tackle, led and gave it straight to Palmer. But yeah, Caicedo and Lavia, they looked really good against Liverpool and looked really good again the other day against Newcastle. I think we'll get on to Enzo in a second and we'll get it. I think he played decent the other day for how long he played and midweek. And yet that still looks like the midfield combo to go with Caicedo and Lavia. They look really comfortable together and they look really good. Madueke, 6.5. I think Madueke played well. I think it was a good performance, Madueke, but I don't think he got involved that much. I think when he did get involved, he looked decent, but he just wasn't involved I'm sure as much as he would have liked. Because he did come off 67th minutes, he didn't play the full game, so that could be a part of it. But yeah, I think what he did do looked decent. But we didn't use him as much as we usually would. So yeah, 6.5 for Madueke. Cole Palmer, it's got to be an 8. Look, goal, really well taken goal. I've already talked about his pass in the build up to the first goal. Overall, just constantly, I talked about the stage earlier, it was just all in that stage. So he had the goal, got disallowed as well, narrowly offside. Yeah, really good from Cole Palmer. Yet again, 8 for him. He is just sensational. He's just another level. Absolutely another level. So yeah, 8 for Cole Palmer. Just so good to watch when he's at his best. Neto, 7.5. Once again, another really good Premier League performance from Neto. We saw one at Anfield last week, another really good one. This one probably better. Obviously, got the assist to the Jackson goal. Really well done. Pretty well worked. He just looked really lively again, just like Anfield last week. He just looked really lively. Of course, Newcastle, lots of problems. Really good fight with Lorenzo. Had a few shots, one at the keeper. But yeah, really good from Neto, 7.5. Obviously, he had that headed chance as well. He did good to get head on it. Such a shame he hit the post though. Last but not least, the starters, Nicholas Jackson, I'm giving him 7.5. Look, straight from the go, as soon as he turned Dan Burn inside out in that opening few minutes, you could tell he was going to have a good game. And he didn't have an awful lot to do. He wasn't really given that much to do. But the one thing he was given was that chance from Neto, and he put away a really good finish. So, absolute no complaints about Nicholas Jackson, 7.5. Really good performance, really nice to see him scoring again. 2 really good finishes and 2 really good games from now. So, yeah, 7.5 Jackson. Good performance from him. Onto the bench. Mikhailo Mudryk, I'm going to give him a 5.5. Look, he came on the 67th minute. Didn't really do anything apart from that. He had one shot that went straight at the keeper. So, yeah, apart from that, I've got to give him a 5.5. Enzo Fernandez, 6.5 for me. He put in a shift. Can't complain. Kukurea 6 and then Kunku 6 as well. And Kukurea didn't have too much to do, or what he did pretty well. And Kunku was involved quite a lot. Quite a lot. So he had the penalty turned down. There's a few little incidents, a few little bites. He got involved quite a lot, but nothing too significant. Obviously the penalty would have been, but it got overturned. So yeah, 6 in Kunku. And yeah, that was it for today then. So big win, really happy with it. We move on the Premier League. We're looking really good in the league so far. And in the Conference League, in all fairness, so absolutely no complaints. We've actually got Newcastle next in the League Cup. Now, don't get me wrong, I would much rather have won this game, the Premier League, than the League Cup one, for sure, not even close. But it would be really nice to beat them in the League Cup midweek. Have a really good chance of winning the trophy in that. So it'd be really nice to beat them up at St James's Park in the midweek as well, if we possibly can. But we'll have to wait and see for that one. But yeah, thanks for watching. See ya.